One of the most important aspects of creating quality videos and photos is lighting. Lighting matters. Lighting affects how your videos and photos look. Too little or too much in the wrong places can ruin what would have otherwise been an incredible video or photo. For those situations where you need the right lighting in the right places, the GVM PD60B pocket light is an incredible tool to make it happen. I've been using this pocket light in a variety of situations over the past couple months, and this light has become an essential tool in my creator toolkit. As someone who does a lot of filming and photography outdoors, the versatility of this light is where it really shines. The 60-watt PD60B has a 6600 mAh battery inside, and the battery inside the PD60B lasts for about 2 hours, which is a great charge. In addition, the light has a USB-C fast charging port, so when you need to give it a charge, you can charge it up quickly. And in addition, you can also power this light on USB-C power while you're using it. So it's not one of those lights where you can only either be charging it or using it. You can use it while it's charging, which means if you have a way to power this, like with an external power bank, or if you're using it indoors and you want to have it connected to USB-C, you can do that as well. In addition, this light can also output charge, so if you need to use the battery in here to charge something else on the go, like a phone or an action camera, something like that, you can connect it to the port here, and it's going to output charging to charge that other device. And it can output up to 60 watts at a time. This is a light you can take anywhere with you, and you can mount it to pretty much any tripod or light stand. There are a ton of different mounting points on here. On the handle here, there are mounting points on 3 different sides, and on the light itself, you can mount the handle on any of the 4 sides. And of course, you can just mount the light directly to a tripod. You don't even have to have the handle on here. But the handle is adjustable as well, so you can change the angle here. And of course, with the handle on here, you can easily carry this light handheld as well. This light also packs a ton of features, including adjustable color temperatures from 2700K all the way up to 6800K, a brightness range from 0 to 100% that allows for very precise fine-tuning, and it has 12 built-in light effects and 12 light source matching modes. And importantly, this light also has a CRI rating of 97+. This puts this light in the highest range for color rendering accuracy, which means this light is going to give you authentic and realistic looking colors when you need them most. It's something I really love about this light. This light can be controlled via Bluetooth with the GVM app on your phone. So what that means is you can adjust all of the colors, you can pick the different modes, you can adjust the brightness, everything right here from your smartphone. You don't have to mess around with small buttons on the back of the light and try to adjust it that way. The app makes it super simple, and it's very responsive when you're adjusting things on the app on your phone. So how exactly have I used this light during the past few months? Well, the use cases have been many thanks to the size of this light. This light measures 10 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. In other words, this light is very portable, and it feels solid in the hand, but it's not super heavy, so it makes it really easy to take it pretty much anywhere. Now, I know it is called a pocket light, but you're gonna have to have pretty big pockets to fit this in your pocket. So I don't think you literally want to try to fit this in your pocket, but it is small. And this light does also have a nice little case here that it comes in. This case has a zipper on it. It's got a nice little spot down here to put the light when you're not using it. So I like that. It helps protect the light when it's not in use. So the first way I've used this light is I've used it for product photography, both indoors and outdoors. This light helps ensure you get that exact lighting and brightness that you need to highlight and have any effects you want on that product. When taking product photos, it's really important to have your lighting controlled well, because you want that product to really stand out and look really professional when you're doing that. This light is excellent for that. The second way I've used this light is I've used it to provide lighting after sunset when filming outside. So there are times for specific videos where I want to film them outside in the dark, especially if I'm on an adventure, and filming in the dark is critical to that adventure. Because even with a really good camera, filming in pitch black is not really going to go well because nobody's going to be able to see you. Because even with a good camera, you still need at least a little bit of light when filming in the dark. And if you're filming in the dark with something like a GoPro or a smaller action camera, this light can really help give that lighting you need for this smaller sensor to still get good quality footage. And even when it's been a bit rainy, I've still used this light and not had any problems. And that's because this light does have a waterproof rating of IP25. Now that doesn't mean you should take this light and submerge it in a body of water, It's not going to work after that, I'm pretty sure. Haven't tested it. But what that does mean is a little bit of rain or snow or fog, all of which I've been in with this light, are probably not going to hurt it. But I do recommend drying out the light when you're done using it in those situations. I've also used this light in pretty hot temperatures higher than 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it's no sweat for this light to handle that. Thanks to the built-in heat sinks and cooling fans, which are made of metal, the heat dissipates quickly and easily, and the light stays cool. In addition, the fan on here has different settings, so if you don't want it to be too loud, there's a smart fan setting that keeps it nice and quiet, and it intelligently runs the fan when it needs to, so that can help save a little bit on the battery charge as well. I've also used this light a few times in a pinch as a flashlight. I mean, after all, it does look like a flashlight, and it has that flashlight shape, and it's got a very good rugged feel to it. I'm not recommending to buy this light as a flashlight. I mean, if you wanted to, it might be one of the only flashlights you've used with a built-in fan on it. But if you're in the dark and need to find something in your backpack or your camera bag, this is very useful to use in a pinch if you don't have a flashlight. And finally, I've also used this light for some outdoor photography. So when you're filming outdoors, it can be tricky to get that lighting exactly as you want it. Natural lighting is great for photography, but sometimes if you're in the shade, you want to have lighting on one side of your subject's face but not the other, this can be great for that. And I of course can adjust the color temperature so it matches daylight, which I usually use about 5600K in the daylight, and it works great for that. And the final way I've used this light is I've used it indoors as well. Even though one of the biggest features of this light is the portability in the battery, it's also quite useful indoors as a fill light, a spotlight, or a hair light. Especially if you pair this light with the GVM softbox, that just adds to the versatility of the light, because that softbox can really expand the possibilities and use cases. So if you're looking for a versatile light that doesn't break the bank, I definitely recommend checking out the GVM PD60B. After using this light for several months now, I can definitely say it's one of my essential tools in my creator toolkit, and when I'm creating outside, I bring this light along because there are many times where I wished I had a light and I didn't. And a lot of those times I've said, nah, I don't need a light. Most lights are very heavy and bulky to bring along, but with a light like this, I have no excuse not to bring a light. And I've linked to this light in the description below, so you can check it out.